Hello and welcome to episode number 15 of the educational series. My name is Zach Tussle. Thank you for joining me today. Today, we're going to be talking about when can I retire, or when is it best for me to retire? This is a question we cover constantly in our business, and people are always asking, when is the exact time or the best time for me to retire? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Stick around. So, when you're thinking about when you're going to retire, I'm thinking about how are we going to retire? How are we going to get this done for you? So there's two major ways people go about retirement, and this is, real basic, just from the start, entry-level conversation. Are you going to work at all? Meaning, are you going to continue to work part-time, maybe do something you love or enjoy more than your regular job? Hard to imagine that, I know. Or are you going to retire full-time, which means you're not working at all, you're going to live off either rental income or your retirement account income, your pension, your Social Security, any of those income streams. Which way are you going to do it? So a lot of times what I find when people reach the age of 60, 62, 65, they might be done working their regular day job, but they don't want to stop working altogether. So what they'll do is they'll take a part-time job and they'll do something that they enjoy a lot more than their normal job. So let's talk about the different ways you'll be able to achieve different income streams during retirement. A few examples are rental income, retirement asset income, aka a 401k or an IRA, Social Security, that'll be 3, and then 4 would be a pension if you're lucky enough to have one of those. So out of those 4, which can we turn on at what point? And you may be eligible for Social Security at 62. You might be able to turn on your pension at 55. Your rental property might not be fully paid for and generating the income it needs to until you're 59. And then, your retirement assets, we have to wait until you're 59 and a half to be able to access those without that penalty tax. So there's a lot of moving parts, and it really plays a big factor in when you'll be able to retire from a number standpoint or an age standpoint. So last thing I'll touch on today, it's kind of a fun saying. It's don't shoot the golden goose. Now the golden goose, it's kind of a fun saying I try to encourage all my clients to live by, but think of a golden goose as an income producing asset. You want to keep and hold that golden goose forever, and you should never retire until you can live on only the eggs or the income that the golden goose provides. So let's do a couple of examples. Real estate would be a good one. Everyone can think of a rental house. You rent it out, and then you get that income stream from renting out the house. Another good example would be your IRA. Whether it's invested in stocks or mutual funds, they generally provide dividends throughout the year. Those would be the eggs off that investment or the income off that investment. So until you can afford to only live on the eggs that your income producing portfolio produces, you shouldn't retire because it's not healthy to be selling. If we stuck with the house example, say you guys wanted to go on vacation, so you sold off the back porch, and then the renters wouldn't have a back porch. So they would pay you less rent. Now, another situation comes up, a tree falls on your house, you need a new roof on your house, you need another $10,000 from that house, so you sell the front porch. At that point, your renters don't have a front porch or a back porch, so they're paying you less rent. A third thing comes up, and you guys want to buy an RV. So you sell off the kitchen in the house. At this point, the renters don't have a front porch, a back porch, they don't have a kitchen. They're paying you very little rent money. And it's the same situation with your portfolio. If you keep selling stocks or selling mutual funds in your portfolio to be able to make ends meet, it's probably not time for you to retire yet. You got to be able to leave the principal alone and only live on the interest that principal provides. So if you want to know more about what that means, or if you want to talk about the golden goose, we can certainly figure out your specific situation. don't hesitate to give us a call or go on our website, book an appointment with us. Again, I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for tuning in to episode number 15 of the educational series. I hope you learned a lot and enjoyed learning about when you can retire.